Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the national anthem.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 2022-2023 School Year National Honor Society Induction Ceremony. My name is Brooke Macedo, and I am the president of our chapter of the National Honor Society. It is an honor to be able to stand in front of you all and celebrate the accomplishments of these individuals as they get inducted into the National Honor Society. These individuals are well-rounded and represent character, scholarship, service, and leadership. Our community is lucky to have both those here to be inducted and those here to celebrate. Once again, welcome to this amazing ceremony, as these individuals deserve an honor for their achievements. Without further ado, I would like to introduce our first speaker, the Advisor of National Honor Society, Mr. John Surratt.
Thank you, Brooke. We're going to begin with our swearing in of our officers. So as the officers, I mention your name, please stand and take a step forward. President Brooke Macedo. You have been elected president of the Mu Kappa Delta chapter of the National Honor Society. It will be your duty to preside at meetings, to abide by the chapter bylaws, and to function in every respect as your chapter's chief executive officer. As president, you will guide the officers in developing the chapter's goals and objectives. You'll become familiar with Robert's Rules of Order and with the society chapter bylaws. Brooke Macedo, you should at all times be watchful for activities, projects, programs which could benefit your chapter, its members, or the organization as a whole. Ultimately, the success of this organization rests in your hands. Brooke Macedo, do you agree to abide by the society and chapter bylaws and to adhere to the society's code of ethics? Please raise your right hand and take the oath of office. Repeat after me. In the presence of the members here assembled, I state your name, do solemnly promise and pledge to faithfully execute the duties of president of Mu Kappa Delta chapter of the National Honor Society, to the best of my knowledge and ability, to commit myself to the Society's Code of Ethics, and to further the goals and objectives of this organization. On behalf of the National Honor Society I hereby install you President of the Mu Kappa Delta Chapter of the National Honor Society. Congratulations. Carolyn Duperis, please step forward. You have been elected Vice President of the Mu Kappa Delta Chapter of the National Honor Society. It will be your duty to preside over chapter meetings in the President's absence and to oversee the functioning of all chapter committees. You should become familiar with the Robert's Rules of Order and with the Society and chapter bylaws. Carolyn, you should at all times be watchful for activities, projects, and programs which could benefit your chapter, its members, or the Society as a whole. As Vice President, you will work closely with the President to ensure the success of this chapter. Carolyn Duperis, do you agree to abide by the Society and chapter bylaws and to adhere to the Society's Code of Ethics?
I do.
Please raise your right hand and take the oath of office. In the presence of honored guests and the members here assembled, I do solemnly promise and pledge to faithfully execute the duties of Vice President to the best of my knowledge and ability, to commit myself to the Society's Code of Ethics, and to further the goals and objectives of this organization. I hereby install you as Vice President of the Mu Kappa Delta Chapter of the National Honor Society. Congratulations. Secretary Juliana Torres, please rise. You have been elected Secretary of the Chapter, student of the Mu Kappa Delta Chapter of the National Honor Society. It will be your duty to record the minutes of all meetings, to conduct the chapter's correspondence, and to keep accurate membership records. Your work will help the chapter to project a professional image to the National Honor Society office and to the business and communities. Are you ready to take the oath of office as Secretary? Repeat after me. In the presence of this company here assembled, I do solemnly promise and pledge to faithfully discharge the duties of Secretary to the best of my knowledge and ability. I hereby install you as Secretary of the Mu Kappa Delta Chapter of the National Honor Society. Congratulations. Treasurer Margaret O'Connell, please step forward. You have been elected Treasurer of the Mu Kappa Delta Chapter of the National Honor Society. It will be your duty to be the custodian of the chapter's funds, to keep accurate accounting records, and to give regular reports regarding the chapter's financial status. In addition, you will be responsible for collecting all local dues or chapter fees from the membership. You will assist the other officers in preparing an annual budget and preparing special funding requests. Your books and accounts shall be open and available to all at all times for inspection. Are you ready to take the oath of office as Treasurer? Please raise your right hand. In the presence of this company here assembled, I do solemnly promise and pledge to faithfully and honestly discharge the duties of Treasurer to the best of my knowledge and ability. I hereby install you as Treasurer of the National Honor Society, Mu Kappa Delta Chapter. Historian Faith Cordero, please rise. You have been elected Historian of the Mu Kappa Delta Chapter of the National Honor Society. It will be your duty to be the custodian of the chapter's historical records, and therefore you are responsible for maintaining and recording the activities of the chapter for the Society's posterity. You are the guardian of the flame whose duty it is to share the achievements of the Society to others and maintain a historical record. You will assist the other officers in planning the agenda and activities and document those activities. Your book shall be open and available at all times for inspection. Are you ready to take the oath of office as historian? Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. In the presence of this company here assembled, I do solemnly promise and pledge to faithfully and honestly discharge the duties of historian of the Mu Kappa Delta chapter of the National Honor Society to the best of my knowledge and ability. I hereby install you as historian of the Mu Kappa Delta chapter of the National Honor Society.
Next, we will have the words of congratulation, and we have a few guests of honors. Our first guest of honor is Mr. Mayor Coogan.
Well, I don't know if I've been called Mr. Mayor Coogan, but that's okay. I come to this every year for one reason. I want to see the kids that all got into a club that would never take me for a member. It's really is the truth, and it's an honor because this is the best of the best in Durfee High School. These are the kids that other kids look up to for advice, that emulate to know what's going on in the school, and they carry the name of Durfee forward with such pride, character, and everything we look for in successful individuals, not for the graduation or for the years, a couple years to come, for the rest of their life. I tip my hat to all of you. I tip my hat to the parents that raised these kids, guardians, whatever. We appreciate all you've done for sending this lovely load of students to this school to be successful and to move on with their life. All I can say is good luck, congratulations, and I really appreciate everybody being here tonight. Thank you all very, very much.
Our next guest of honor is Mr. Damaris, our principal.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being here. It's a privilege to be the principal of Durfee High School. As an alumnus and as a member of the Mu Kappa Delta, not bragging, Mayor Coogan, but I went to class and studied, and I'm one of them. You're what makes this job easy. Now, you know that no job in this building is easy, but when we talk about the students before us tonight, we're talking about the students that help make this place a joy each and every day. These are the students that go above and beyond. These are the students that answer the call. These are the students that put in the extra work on top of being involved in so many other things. So you need to be commended for that. You absolutely are sterling examples of the best and brightest that Durfee High School has to offer the world. When you talk about the ideals of the National Honor Society, those ideals are the foundation to have a great life, to be a successful person, but most importantly, to be a good person of sound character and a person who gives back to their community. So wherever you end up in the world, and I hope it's Fall River, because we need your help, okay? But wherever you end up in the world, give back to your community, do good works, and be the brightest shining star you can possibly be. You're all hilltoppers, and I'm proud of you each and every day. Thank you.
Next, the National Honor Society advisor, Mr. John Surratt, will talk about the keynote.
This is always one of my favorite ceremonies, and I've been doing this for about 15 years now in the National Honor Society. I always kind of like get a little choked up at this ceremony, so please bear with me because these are just some great kids, and it's an honor for me to be the National Honor Society advisor, along with my co-advisor, Mr. Chris DeLuca in the back. Thank you, Chris. Mayor Coogan, Superintendent Ponce, Principal Damaris, school committee members, honored guests, administrators, faculty members, family, friends, and especially inductees. My name is John Surratt. On behalf of my co-advisor, Christopher DeLuca, we would like to welcome you all to the 2023 Mu Kappa Delta chapter of the National Honor Society Induction Ceremony here at BMC Durfee High School. Tonight, we officially welcome 87 new members into this prestigious society. I believe a special congratulations are in order. Please help me give a warm round of applause to our inductees. Well done. For the inductees being honored tonight, you were selected based on 4 criteria inscribed on the Honor Society emblem: character, scholarship, leadership, and service. You excel in academics, but this is only a part of the reason you are here. You are here because you have a fire inside that drives you. It drives you to give your time, to give your knowledge, to give your talents, to give your energy to those who need it and need it the most. You do not sit back and rely on your ability to study and work tirelessly in your classes. That's not enough for you. You share the belief that the few can help inspire the many. You are the selfless leaders and role models of our school who give service to others without worrying about what you will receive in return. When all is said and done, this year, the 114 members of the Mu Kappa Delta chapter of the National Honor Society will have donated nearly 5,000 hours of community service, and members will have volunteered nearly 350 times for Fall River Public School events. All this while maintaining a spotless behavior record and maintaining a 3.9 GPA. That's truly an amazing feat. You make Durfee and your Fall River community proud, and we thank you for your commitment to the ideals of the National Honor Society: character, leadership, scholarship, and service. Yet we know that this passion was not cultivated in a vacuum. Today is also a celebration of the people who have supported you in your journey. Today is also a celebration for your family and friends. And so to the parents, grandparents, guardians, extended family, and friends of these remarkable young people, your unconditional love, guidance, support, and encouragement throughout the years is the reason why your sons and daughters are here tonight. Your efforts have definitely paid off, and you too deserve a round of applause. I would also like to extend a special thank you to your teachers, to the faculty here at Durfee, and of all your schools, staff who have supported you throughout the years. Thank you for your contributions and unwavering dedication to our students. And finally, on behalf of all the National Honor Society chapters and the thousands and almost millions of members across the nation, on behalf of my co-advisor, Chris DeLuca, I am honored to be the first to officially welcome you into the Mu Kappa Delta chapter of the National Honor Society here at Durfee High School. Congratulations. And now we will have the interpretation and lighting of candles.
Good evening. I am Faith Cadero, and I am this year's historian. It's a little too high for me. I am honored to be standing here today to speak to you about National Honor Society and Durfee High School. The National Honor Society is an organization that recognizes students who have demonstrated excellence in scholarship, leadership, service, and character. Being a member of National Honor Society is a testament to the hard work and dedication of our students. Durfee High School has a long tradition of academic excellence and community service. Our school has been recognized for its outstanding academic programs and its commitment to providing students with the tools they need to succeed in college and beyond. The National Honor Society is just one of the many ways in which Durfee High School recognizes and celebrates the achievement of our students. As a member of National Honor Society, we have a responsibility to lead by example, to serve our community, and to act with integrity and respect. We were able to show our knowledge of the beautiful new school to not only the general public, but also our very own class of 1962 alumni. We've gathered over 200 cans during our giving food drive to donate to Veterans Thanksgiving Basket and Our Sister's Place. However, the club doesn't help just the community of Fall River, but also the community of Durfee. Members were also able to help lead the next generation of Durfee students, showing them the programs we offer during 8th grade tours, as well as helping at the Mayor's Christmas concert held in this very same auditorium. Durfee High School has provided us with the foundation of knowledge, skills, and values that will serve us well into the years to come. As we move forward, let us remember the lessons we have learned not only as a Durfee student, but also as a member of National Honor Society. Thank you, and congratulations to our newest members.
Good evening. First and foremost, it is both an honor and a privilege to speak before an audience with the same light in their eyes, a spark so intense and driven by ambition that no one dares to put out their flame. Tonight, we honor your achievements as a scholar, a natural-born leader, and a person with exemplary character who serves their community. Congratulations on all your hard work and dedication. Give yourself a round of applause. When we think about leadership, we often picture an individual who can direct others, delegate responsibilities, and negotiate political affairs. But really, leadership goes beyond that. It goes beyond commanding a crowd. It also means knowing when to serve that crowd. Those in this room tonight understand more than anyone that you demonstrate leadership by serving those around you. So you go out into your community, you volunteer, lend a helping hand, and do so because you know that you need to be the change you wish to see in the world. Service is not about recognition or appraisal. It is about being someone who does not doubt their capabilities, but pursues something of greatness. We often forget that the little efforts we do to help people in our community are what have the biggest impacts. So, continue to live with compassion in your hearts and goals to be achieved. And as we go forth into the world and we make our mark, as I'm sure you will, let us not forget the words of Margaret Mead. Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Juliana Torres, and I am this year's NHS Secretary. Character. Sounds like a simple 9-letter word, but it is a word that embodies trustworthiness, respect, responsibility, fairness, kindness, and citizenship. It is also a word that defines you, revives you, or eventually may break you. It is no secret that high school is a scary time in all of our lives. Sure, it is exciting and eventful, but most of us figure out who we are and what we believe in these very 4 years, myself included. We find our niche, our community, and perhaps our lifelong friends. And while change and growth are two fulfilling words, it is not always linear, and you will all learn that at some point. But in the end, we will always have our character to fall back on. It determines the way we think, the way we act, and it determines where we end up in life. As you all navigate your sophomore, junior, and the end of your senior years, keep in mind that we were not born with these qualities. You are not born mature, you are not born responsible, you are not born kind, and you are not born humble. You must choose to adapt to these traits if you choose to live a happy life, a successful life, and a rewarding life. I hope you all know that if you did not embody great character, you most likely would not be sitting here right now getting inducted into the National Honor Society. Continue to be yourself and uplift others, and you will all find yourselves living with great purpose and success. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Maggie O'Connell, Treasurer of NHS. Congratulations on your induction into the National Honor Society. Your achievements within the 4 pillars are being honored here tonight: scholarship, service, character, and leadership. I am honored to be given the chance to address you on my favorite aspect amongst the pillars: leadership. A leader has the uncanny ability to influence people to do something extraordinary. A leader is someone that is not afraid to stand by their decision even if no one else is standing with them. A leader has the drive to change the world into something better. A leader is that person whom everyone looks for advice, confidence, and a smile. They're someone who overcomes obstacles each day, not for themselves, but to better the lives of those around them. A leader is selfless. All of this brought me to the realization that a leader is incorporated within the other 3 pillars of the National Honor Society. You can choose to be a leader in each pillar in many different ways, whether leading a community service act or a fundraiser. Leadership is what you make of it. Leadership is not always about being elected or appointed to an office, but rather an attitude that is cultivated over time. And one main aspect of so many great leaders is good character, which everyone in this room exemplifies tonight. That being said, I'm here to acknowledge your outstanding act of leadership that may go unnoticed. Continue to be the change. Thank you.
You guys already know me, but I'm here to talk about the pillar of scholarship. What is scholarship? Well, the Merriam-Webster Dictionary says that scholarship is the character, qualities, activity, or attainments of a scholar. But as every scholar sitting in this room knows, it's much more than that. No 2 educational journeys are the same. You can have the same course load, same grades, same honors, but what is truly reflected through your scholarship? You're balanced. In fact, you would not be here if you weren't busy all the time. Those long nights to complete a homework assignment or study for a test may just seem dreadful, and I will not lie, it is dreadful. But you're dedicated to your learning. Well, think, what got you there in the first place? You probably had a sport, band, theater, dance, a club, or work. Whatever you were doing, you were still going out of your way to make time for school. You keep your grades up, you're involved, and you put in the effort that cannot be taught. Effort that lies within your drive that holds your passions to contribute in this world in a positive way. You build upon your own knowledge, struggles, and talents, and you have an intellectual curiosity that drives your learning and helps you understand the complexities of life. Everyone has a different journey. I believe no one can define your scholarship. You do that yourself. The definition of scholarship is in your hands, the same very hands that I know will bring you all to success. Those same hands that got you here and will continue to guide you in your future endeavors. I'm immensely proud of everyone here, whether you are here as a member of National Honor Society or you are here just to celebrate the great achievements of these individuals. Just always remember to make your own path and make sure to leave a trail. Thank you. Next, I will ask all of the inductees to please rise and raise your right hand. I pledge myself to uphold the highest purposes of the National Honor Society, to which I have been selected. I will be true to the principles for which it stands. I will be loyal to my school and will maintain and encourage high standards of scholarship, service, leadership, and character. I will ask the rest of the class to be seated besides 2025. please start to get into a line. Right around there. And the announcer of the class of 2025 will be Vice Principal Mr. Taylor Brown.
Need some glasses. Too high for me. Good evening. Congratulations to the newest members of the National Honor Society. Can we give another round of applause for all these newest members, please? Okay, first newest member, Timothy Archambault, sponsored by his father, Alan Archambault. Nita Azimi, sponsored by her father, Jamil Azimi. Melanie Berrios Valcarcel, sponsored by her mother, Joannette Valcarcel. Casey Cavallo, sponsored by her mother, Leanne Cavallo. Damien Chun, sponsored by his father, Theorem Chun. Rebecca Cohen, sponsored by her mother, Christine Cohen. Shirley Crespo, sponsored by her sister, Catherine Orellana. Casey Curran, sponsored by her aunt, Christine Croteau. Landon D. Medeiros, sponsored by his mother, Lisa D. Medeiros. Emily DePaula Freitas, sponsored by her mother, Lori Freitas. Madison Ferreira, sponsored by her mother, Jamie Ferreira. Colin Fleet, sponsored by his mother, Michelle Fleet. Reagan Gibney, sponsored by her mother, Tiffany Gibney. Michaela Gonzalez, sponsored by her mother, Amanda Gonzalez. Ava Gilmet, sponsored by her mother, Erin Gilmet. Casey Juarez, sponsored by her mother, Catherine Aguiar. Kaylee Kuznets, sponsored by her mother, Lisa Kuznets. Forrest Malo, sponsored by his sister, Charlie Malo. Owen Monas, sponsored by his brother, Connor Monas. William Pierce, sponsored by his mother, Amanda Pierce. Haley Robertson, sponsored by her former teacher, Anna Dolberg. This is going to be a busy one. Katerina Rumsey, sponsored by her mother, Maria Rumsey. I think you can stay right there, right? William Rumsey, sponsored by... Yep, William Rumsey, sponsored by his mother, Maria Rumsey. And Olivia Rumsey, sponsored by her mother, Maria Rumsey. Abigail Saunders, sponsored by her brother, Matthew Saunders. Benjamin Sherry, sponsored by his mother, Nancy Furtado. Madison Silva, sponsored by her mother, Crystal Silva. Rachel Silva, sponsored by her teacher and coach, Mr. Hayden Tavares. Crispin Sokol, sponsored by his mother, Christine Sokol. Tahid Syed, sponsored by his father, Syed Sahaman. Brooke Tabikas, sponsored by her teacher, Mr. Policino. Madison Tabikas, sponsored by her coach and teacher, Mr. Hayden Tavares. Nice job, Harry. Harry Zhang, sponsored by his brother, Happy Zhang. And that concludes the newest members of the class of 2025.
I will now ask the class of 2024 to rise and start forming a line. The class of 2024 will be announced by Vice Principal Mr. Gerald Lima.
Class of 2024, student Ariana Ayala. I'll wait. Right. Gotta wait. All right. Anxious. You ready? All right, welcome everyone. First student, Ariana Ayala, sponsored by her father, Carlos Ayala. Rebecca Bento de Souza, sponsored by her brother, Pedro Galina. Samantha Bolitz, sponsored by her mother, Sidonia Bolitz. Naya Boone, sponsored by her mother, Rachel Boone. Abigail Carrero, sponsored by Mr. Bartlett, her teacher. Eli Chase, sponsored by his father, Peter Chase. Emily Coelho, sponsored by her mother, Sonia Coelho. Faith Cadero, sponsored by her friend, Amy Tibat. Ali Costa, sponsored by her mother, Eugenia Costa. Emily Karan, sponsored by Jordan Thetrol, her friend. Lander Deo, sponsored by teacher Mr. Tui. Olivia DeMello, sponsored by her mother, Karen DeMello. Aderola DeRill, sponsored by her friend, Janea Noons. Tessa Doobie, sponsored by her father, Nathan Doobie. Sydney Duong, sponsored by teacher Mr. Tui. Dylan Estrella, sponsored by his teacher Mr. Elliott. Gabrielle Farias, sponsored by her father, Michael Farias. Diane Farquhar, sponsored by his father, Gwalam Farquhar. Tony Freitas, sponsored by her brother, Landon Freitas. Julia Hargraves, sponsored by her mother, Lisa Hargraves. Maya. All right. Maya Haynes Paulette, sponsored by her father, Charles Hayes. Is it Maya? Yeah. Maya Hippolyte, sponsored by her boyfriend, Preston Delima Durbin. Nikki King, sponsored by her teacher, Mr. John Andrade. Alexis Lane, sponsored by her mother, Danielle Vitale. Theodore Leet, sponsored by his girlfriend, Rachel Lemma. Rachel Lemma is sponsored by her sister, Sion Lemma. Cameron Latendra, sponsored by her grandmother, Luis Resendiz. Emma McDonald, sponsored by Erin McDowell, mother. I'll do it to that one. Haley Mello, sponsored by her mother, Melanie Rapids. Isabella Mello, sponsored by her mother, Frances Mello. Melissa Menjivar, sponsored by Beatrice Menzivar, her mother. Margaret O'Connell, sponsored by her mother, Cara O'Connell. Adun Alua Olubano, sponsored by her sister, Anjola Olubano. Not bad, right? Chloe Pacheco, sponsored by her sister, Emily Pacheco. Julia Raposa, sponsored by her friend, Amelia Diaz. It's the only list I have. I think it's Jay.
Leah Rodriguez, sponsored by her mother, Rochelle Aguiar. Evangeline Souza, sponsored by her father, Mitchell Souza. Joao Souza, sponsored by mother, Abigail Souza. Sister, sorry about that. Juliana Souza, sponsored by her mother, Farah Souza. Jillian Tibertino, sponsored by her teacher, Mr. Tui. Ishal Zar, sponsored by her teacher, Mr. Elliott.
Class of 2023, please rise and head to the front.
Dante Amaral, sponsored by his mother, Christina Amaral.
Last name is Diaz.
Adeline Diaz, sponsored by brother, Ramert Diaz. Malakaya Nobri, sponsored by her mother, Tamika Nobri. Alasia. Alasia Wright, sponsored by her mother, Asia Thompson. Can we get a round of applause for the class of 2023?
In the conclusion of this ceremony, I would like to thank you all for being here tonight to celebrate these accomplished young individuals, and also I would like to give a big congratulations to the new inductees. It is such an accomplishment to be a part of this honor society, and I am confident that each one of these individuals will be successful in whatever they plan to do in the future. At the conclusion of this wonderful event, I would like to thank you all for coming to this school year's induction ceremony. Everyone in this room today has a great achievement to celebrate, and we would like to invite you all to get some light refreshments in the atrium. And again, congratulations to everyone here tonight, not only the inductees. Let's eat some cake.